Today is Friday, December 29th, 2023, and got a lot to share with you. I'm going to explore some places, but right now I'm traveling in my time machine, and here we go. I don't know what's going on with this weather. It's unpredictable. One day it feels like late spring, early summer, and then the next day it feels like winter, and then I can't keep track no more. Today is Thursday, December 28th, 2023. It's going to be the new year. It's going to be 2024. And we're going to be saying goodbye to 2023 as 2024 takes over. And I'm hoping for a much better year financially and with my health, just the anxiety that I've been dealing with, my health anxieties. So trying to stay positive, and now's a good time to bring in the new year by setting some really good positive goals. It's never too late. And so I have some goals that are set for 2024. And I'm going to make sure that I make that happen. In the meantime, I do get sentimental during the holidays, and I'm trying to find good lighting. And I think I might have just found a good spot here. Good lighting. And sometimes I like to just jump around in time to some better times in my life. Even though right now it's not a bad time, but living alone does have its disadvantages and its advantages as well. But I thought I would look back about this same time of year, right around Christmas, 3 years ago. What was I doing around this time 3 years ago? Well, here it is in this video. What I was doing around this very same time, but 3 years ago. Right now, I am actually driving a time machine. All right, so this particular app, it's the Randonautica app.
Turn left on, then turn left on drive.
All right, so this app takes you to some crazy places, and I'm about to see exactly how crazy some of these places are going to be. So
at the stop sign, turn left on drive.
Gotta turn left here. Oh boy.
In a quarter mile, turn left on.
Here we go. Yeah, so this is something I've done with my friends before. We've done randonauting in Florida. What is going on
at
with
the
this?
Stop sign, turn left onto.
We've done this before in Florida, and we ended up getting in a situation where somebody was shooting at us, and I don't want to be in that situation. I'm doing this during the daytime instead of at night.
In a quarter mile, turn right.
Oh boy. I'm gonna have to cut out some parts of this video just for privacy reasons. I don't want to be mapping everything out. You know what I'm saying? But we're getting there. All right. Man, I've been driving, and it's like a middle of nowhere out here.
Turn right on.
This is like middle of nowhere, literally, but it's getting close to where I used to live, which is kind of scary, but when we get there, we get there. It's taking me a different way than I would normally go if I was gonna go to where I used to live in that area. That's for sure. Wow.
In a quarter mile, turn left.
We'll see how this goes. Look at this road. Now I feel like I'm really in the middle of nowhere. I don't know why he's taking me this way. Let's see what this
Turn right.
It looks like woods to me. I gotta turn right into the woods. What in the world? Alright. I gotta turn right into the woods here, which I don't know what this is all about. What in the heck?
In a quarter mile, prepare to park your car. You will need to walk to your destination from there.
Alright. Let me put this down for a minute until I figure this out. I don't know. That is weird. Here's a road right there I gotta go. And there's like this gate here. And there's something right there, I don't know what all that is down there. Alright, well, here goes nothing. On the map, it's like I gotta go to the right a little bit.
Turn right.
Ow. All right. Somewhere here, I guess. I don't know.
Arrived.
Anything of significance here? All right. All right. Well, it says I have arrived. I'm here. Like, what's supposed to be here? Woods? Middle of nowhere? Tree that got cut down, looks like. A bunch of trees have been cut down. Just cut down trees. Whoa, 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 what the fuck is that? What the hell is that? What the hell? What are you doing? What in the fuck? Alright. Now I'm a believer. I'm a believer that this shit takes you to some weird shit, because that's weird. That's not something you see just sitting out in the middle of nowhere. What the hell is this? Ice? Okay. I found something back here. Shit. What in the fuck? I gotta figure out what the fuck this is about. What in the hell? This is weird. Huh. Shit. What the hell? there's this box. I gotta figure out why was there a box there? Why did it lead me to a box, and like what? Like, I'm curious of what's inside that box. I can't really read the rest of it. It says don't open, and it looks like it says until, and I can't read the rest of it. Like, what the fuck? Alright, I gotta get back home. I'm gonna go the way I normally go. I don't know what the hell this is trying to do. This is weird. Alright, well, that's the situation there. I just don't know what, like, why did it take me that, like, you know what? I'm not even gonna ask, because it's just an app, right? What is the purpose of the app? I mean, I've done this with my friends before, but why does it take you to some of these places? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, why did it take me in these back roads into the woods, which is not too far from where I used to live? I mean, there's cemetery country out there and everything. Burials, you name it. Like, what? I don't get it. I'm just curious of what's inside there, and I don't know. I have to try to, when I get to the house, I'm gonna go look at it all the way and see what I'm missing. See what I'm missing. That's what I gotta do. Look at the plastic's falling apart. It must have been sitting out there for a long time. Look at this. It's just barely together. Look at that. It's like getting rotted or something. What the hell? Okay. God, I don't even want to touch anything now. It's unless, until, what does it mean? Unless, I have no idea. It just says do not open. Something. What the hell? Okay. Alright. Literally, this is a mess. I don't want this. Whatever this is, I don't know what it stinks. Could it be shit? Could it be shit on here? I mean, literally, it looks like shit. It's brown. I mean, the dirt around there was like darker, so what the hell was this? Like, I don't know. It was near a tree. Like a tree that was like tore up. Okay, so I don't know if I got this on video. I'm gonna look back, but I did record walking up to this, but half the time I mess up with the camera, and I don't even know if I had recorded any of that, but if I did, then it's in this video. But this was down by trees. Like, there was an area where there was a bunch of tree stumps, and there was nothing there but just big giant stumps and dirt, and that was sitting down there. I don't know if I should open it or not. It says do not open, but I don't know what the rest of it means. Like, what is it saying? I don't know what to do. There's something in there too. Huh. I have no idea. Alright, you know, that's weird shit. The Randonautica app took me to there. What in the hell? Alright. This is weird. Alright, so I have this app right there called Randonautica, okay? And if you haven't heard of it, it'll just take you to some crazy places, and it has taken me on a little windy back road journey. I discovered this. And I don't even know what's in it. There's something in there, and it says "do not open," and I don't know what the rest of it says. I don't know. You know what? There's a lot of things happening. We got, you know, the Christmas coming up. We got a lot happening. I've got to figure out. So the 26th of December, I'll have a live stream. I don't know, maybe 7:45 p.m. I got to try to at least do one live stream a week, in addition to everything else. And I've just been so busy, and then certain things have come up, and I just don't know if I'm able to do a lot of things that I used to do in my free time, because I'm not going to have much free time because of what's going on. But I don't know if it's until or unless or something with a U and an N. and it looks like it could be a T there. Because things have been different here. I feel like there's been a positive vibe lately. The energy that's left in here seems to be a very positive energy. And that's a good thing. That's what we want right now. I don't want to have any issues. I don't want to have any negative things going on. I do want to get answers after the holidays. I want to communicate to whatever it is that's a positive spirit in this house. I want to communicate to a positive spirit, a happy spirit. I want to know what is going on. And I feel like that would be the thing to do, communicate to this spirit. I feel like whatever spirit's in here is a positive spirit, and it just doesn't want that in here because there's some kind of negative vibe associated with it. Now, this has appeared in different parts of the house at random times, and it kept appearing in different places, and then I put it in the drawer, then I decided to I ended up putting it in one cabinet over there, and I ended up putting it in the garage. It just seemed like no matter what I did with it, it'd find its way somewhere else. And it's like, it hasn't done much before that. It was just non-existent. I thought it was burnt in a fire, but I'm not even going to talk about no Ouija boards anymore. I'm done with that. It seemed like it didn't rub well with people, and I'm not even, fuck it, that's the past. We're living in the now, fuck the past, all right? With the Ouija board and all that shit, we live in right now. And right now, I got to figure out what's in here, why it took me to a place that was so close to a cemetery, this place that we were at, based on the map. And it's like a country road and a gravel road. I have no idea. That right there could be something in there that could be a time capsule. What if it's a time capsule? It says do not open until. Maybe that's the word until, and maybe there's a date on there, but it's not legible. Could that possibly be? Maybe there's something inside that tells us something. Maybe that date already come and gone, but it doesn't look like it's that old either. It looks like it was just put out there. I would think this would be worse off. I think the plastic would have been a lot more damaged. But what the hell is this whole Randonautica thing? Is somebody like planting things around, and then they just like send these random things to this map, and then people go find these things? Is this kind of like an Easter egg hunt? It was just sitting down at the bottom of the woods by a stump of a tree that was like torn up. Now, because somebody had just tossed it out of a car driving the gravel road, and it rolled down the hill, and then it stopped by the tree. I don't know. Like I said, maybe I just better wait. What does it mean with me in boxes? Like, there was a box in my toolbox, like there's a little tiny box, but that just appeared in my toolbox. But now I'm going on a walk, and there's something like that has a note on there that says don't open until what? Is it until? I don't know. But I am so curious what's in there, because if Randonautica, that app, led me to this, then it must mean something. It must mean there's something that needs to be seen. Like, why would it just take me to some place and then there's a box and then don't open it? I mean, why would I be led to that if it's not something that I need to open? That's what I'm not understanding. So maybe I need to open it. And then I am just like, my mind's thinking right now, like what's going on on the device, that the Alexa device, like it's telling me about answers and stuff. And now I'm thinking, is it related to this? Is it because of this? Is this a time capsule? Is this like don't open until it's like a specified time? And has that time come yet? Or is that the future? I don't know. It's not legible, so I don't know. Or does it say don't open unless? Like, is there a continue? Like, is there a? I don't know. Is there some reason that it shouldn't be open unless this or that is done? Like, what does it mean? And I don't want to do anything. I don't know. I feel like I was led to it, so I feel like maybe I need to open it. If I'm led to something from this Randonautica, maybe, like I said, maybe I'm supposed to open it. And here we go. I'm back and forth with my thoughts in my head. I know you're probably watching me saying it's eating up at you. It's eating me up right now because I don't know what's in there. And I don't know if I'm supposed to open it, and I don't know what it means. Definitely interesting traveling time, especially finding a time capsule while traveling back in time 3 years ago. How about that one, huh? Traveling back in time 3 years ago. Different life, different things happening. And here I am now. A lot has happened over those years. Uh-oh. Gotta watch it around here. Could be a snake. But here I am. Made it this far. Now it's just a matter of taking care of what needs to be taken care of. Because it's not over yet. This is just the beginning. 2024 is going to be here before we know it. And I'm ready for 2024. May have been a rocky start so far during the holidays because of circumstances, but I'm not letting it slow me down. I'm going to move forward and not look back, because the back is the past, and I'm looking into the future, living in the now, living in the current. I'm not living in the past, although I did take you back in time, because that was a moment of my life which was a good time. I was randonauting. I discovered some kind of box that was mysterious, which I believe was a time capsule that was buried at one time, but then somehow found its way up. I'm not sure how that happened. Randonauting can bring you to some mysterious and interesting places, and there's no telling how that appeared there, whether it was planted by someone, because a part of me thinks that Randonautica is part of this elaborate plan to just bring people on these adventures, and then you never know what you're going to find and where you're going to end up. So that's one of the things. And then, of course, you got to watch out for stalkers, because that can happen as well. I'd say my time machine did a good job taking me back 3 years. I didn't have to drive a DeLorean. All I had to do was go in a vehicle that runs off of a lot of energy. Are we talking like a whole lot of watts? Gigawatts, gigawatts, wigawatts, bigawatts? Are we talking about a substantial amount of power, like from a lightning strike? Well, I'll tell you what, it's a lot of power in those Teslas. A whole lot of power in those Teslas. And that's what makes me nervous, having all that stored energy in the batteries. So one thing that I never do is leave the battery too charged up. You know what I mean? I leave it at a minimal charge, just enough to get me around. Because if I charge it up too much, I feel like I am playing with fire. Literally, because those batteries, what if one of the batteries goes bad? And then it's a chain reaction, it's a domino effect. The thermal runaway happens. And then everything starts catching on fire and you cannot put it out. And that was one of my biggest fears. And that's why I don't leave my Tesla at a high charge. I mean, some people, they'll leave the Teslas so they have 300-400 miles of range, and that's pretty much like 80 to 90% charge. I leave mine most of the time 25%. If I have to go somewhere further, maybe 35 to 40%. But I just don't keep the battery charged much. Plus also, other reasons come into play. Basically, I don't like stopping. I feel like it just disrupts my momentum. And once I get going on something, I just want to continue, and I don't want any interruptions. And stopping the charge is an interruption. And it also costs money. You know, if I can charge it at home, it's better, but then I don't want to charge too much, because then I don't want all that stored energy in my garage. Trying not to have bad luck. So that's the whole situation with me and that Tesla, which I have for sale anyway, and it might not be in my garage next week because I have a potential buyer. Unfortunately, they're not going to pay enough to get me out of the loan free and clear. I'll be upside down, but it won't be much of a burden with a much smaller amount of money to owe back, because I'll just use my credit card and it's pay off the balance after I sell it. Now, if this was like the car market 2 years ago, I wouldn't be upside down. But see, when I bought it, I had a different state of mind. I was like, I'm going to save money not having to worry about gas. I traded in another vehicle anyway, so pretty much traded my my other financial obligation in for another one. And yeah, I figured, well, that'll be the best option for me. I don't have to worry about gas stations and my, OCD and the germophobia stuff that I deal with. And I'll be able to enjoy a vehicle that doesn't need to be serviced. I don't have to go to get oil changes and all that stuff. But I just found out over time that it just actually costs too much to insure, especially when you change where you live. But that's the situation. You got to find me something economical to get around in. In the meantime, I got my bicycle in the garage, which is good for my exercise. I've been applying for jobs. Nobody's responding. It's kind of like other people in my life, no responding, don't hear from nobody. So this is how it is, I can't keep dwelling on it. Just going to live for now. And whatever happens, if I lose my house, I'll lose my house. If I end up living in a cardboard box, that's what happens. I can't keep dwelling over it. I've tried and tried, and I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to be as positive as I can. But we'll see. Time will tell where I'll be financially. Maybe things will get better. Maybe I'll finally get a good job. Maybe things will work out with my business. But in the meantime, I got a new plan for the new year, and I want to make the best of the new year. By letting go of all the anxiety that I have been building up since February 2023. That's kind of where most of my anxiety started. A lot of things started to happen at that time. The health anxieties were at its peak level back then, and they just kept on getting worse month after month. And things have just escalated from that point. And finally, we've kind of hit that peak and then started going down a little bit, downhill. But it's a good downhill. It's like the emotional roller coaster. Finally made it to the peak of my health anxiety, and now we're on the other end of that hill. And once I had that cystoscopy, that kind of took me away from that peak of my anxiety. So I still have other things to worry about, but thankful for the other things in my life. Thankful for the good friends that I have who continue to be part of my life. And I'm just thankful that I can wake up and, I'm not in a hospital bed on my last breath. Just thankful for those moments, because things could be worse with my health. I've had some close calls, and, I do have some issues that I need to address with my heart and my blood pressure. I don't like taking medication, but I got to do what I have to do to stay around. And I got to be as positive as I can. Hopefully one day I can get off that medicine and still be around and still be healthy, right? Because everybody has a different, perception of what healthy is. Sometimes you got to exclude some of the health problems that you're dealing with to be able to consider yourself healthy. So with me, I have to exclude the issue with my heart, and everything else would be fine except for the uncertainty about why my lymph nodes are still swollen. Until all cancers and every other issues are ruled out 100%, I'm going to always have that anxiety. I do have another test coming up, another diagnostic test. So we'll see what happens from that point. Other than that, got to be positive, live for now, don't live in the past, because the past is the past, and now is now, and the future is the future. And I'm going to be looking in the future, into the future, that direction, not looking behind. We all aren't perfect. I made choices that put me in a bad situation financially by being too generous with vacations and just splurging on things, and having the assumption that my income was going to be unlimited and it was just always going to be there, and I could just spend more and not worry about it because more is going to come back and I'm going to have more income. So that mentality kind of destroyed my financial stability. and put me in the situation where I had to downsize and move down here. You know, I could have stayed where I was and been around the life that I have been used to, but I kind of got forced down this way for career opportunities, better healthcare, places, and more of a peace of mind. But it doesn't mean that I am not on the same planet as the rest of the people who are on this planet. I don't know, but I gotta go eat something. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you stay safe. I thought I would share just a little bit of a flashback into time, back in time a little bit, 3 years ago, right around the holidays, just before the new year. Figured it would be a great flashback because it's crazy the things that I do over time. And man, in a way it gets a little nostalgic, but still, for me to go down that road, I got to go much further back in time. I'm talking 30, 40 years ago. Maybe that'll be another video. You never know. But I got to go. I'm doing my walking. It's another rainy day. It's bipolar weather. One day it feels like summer, and the next day it feels like winter. It kind of like it was 3 years ago. There was days where it was like 70, 75, and all of a sudden 40, 50, it's crazy because now here there was like 60s, and then it was like 75 the other day, and then it got like in the 50s later on in the evening. I'm like, okay, maybe I need to move further south. Maybe I need to go to Florida instead. Maybe I need to be where it's warmer, But that's the situation there. Anyway, all of you are amazing. I hope you stay safe and enjoy the new year. Have a safe new year. Have a happy new year. Who knows if I'll get a video out there again before the new year. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's very possible I will. But it might be. I think actually will be because I did that video. I was documenting everything that was happening with my chest and the pains and everything. And I did timestamp those things. I documented. It was in real time. And so I never shared that yet. I did a live stream after the fact, but I never shared what was going on as it was happening because I did record as those things were happening to me with the whole entire situation where I had to go to the doctors in the hospital. I have documented that situation that day because I wanted to make sure I had it on video. Because whenever things like that happen, I end up documenting them just for me or for my records or for the doctor as well. If I have to bring it to the doctor and they can review the video, that way they can see what I was experiencing. So I'm going to share it with you in another video. In the meantime, I'm just going to finish my walking and admire that tree for the next couple of days, I guess. Because after the new year, all the decorations come down because it's a fresh new start. And they say to take it down, right? Is that what you do? Like after the new year, you got to take down the decorations. You can't leave the decorations up. I think after the 5th, I think you can't go past the 5th. Is that what it is? Like after the 5th, you got to take them down. We can't wait too long, right? I don't know, but stay safe, everybody.